Jennifer, you've been on the Jodi Arias defense team since 2012 after several other attorneys dropped off for various reasons. Did you ever imagine the furor and the fallout this trial has generated?
No, I mean, I had no idea. When I first came onto the case, I had never heard of Jodi's name before. I didn't even really know any of the facts of the case. I had no idea that it would turn into something like this.
How much has it affected your life?
Quite a bit. I mean, for the first year that when I was just preparing for trial, it was just like any other case. Once we started trial in January of 2013, I went through death threats, my family, they threatened my children, having deputies walk us across the street with their hands on their guns. Things like that I've never experienced before, and I really didn't think that this case would be that type of case to have that.
Do you think this is an example of how cases are going to be in the future?
I hope not. I don't see the attraction to this case. I don't know why there were followers, why people would show up every day. I really hope that, I mean, as a state, as a country, as a world, people wouldn't be that fascinated with someone's murder. I think it's a sad commentary.
At sentencing, Jodi admitted for the first time that she remembers slitting Travis Alexander's throat, and she claims she did it in self-defense. Now, during her first trial, she claimed that she didn't remember details. All she remembered was shooting him. How did she recover that memory, or did she remember it all along?
The memories were always there. It's just that her ability to deal with it, she wasn't able to handle them. And so as a protection, she was dissociating from them. She wasn't remembering them. So all along, I can tell you, she did not remember anything. Everything that she testified to is what she remembered. Shortly after the trial, after having to go through the first trial, after having to go through all the facts, is when she started to remember more. And that's when she remembered actually cutting his throat.
Or was she lying? I mean, because
Yeah.
she did lie, several times at the beginning of this trial. Or at the beginning of the case,
At the beginning of the case. I know the prosecution wanted to label her a liar, and she did. She lied when she was first arrested. She lied about some of the things that she knew about Mr. Alexander, because she didn't want all of his skeletons coming out of the closet, as she told us yesterday. But when she testified, no, I don't believe she lied.
You and Kirk Nurmi made a pretty thorough record of your allegations of misconduct by Prosecutor Juan Martinez. What's the process for appeal, and who will do it?
Within 20 days, we have to file what's called a notice of appeal. That's something that I will do. That's something the trial attorneys do. And then from there, it gets assigned.
What will the grounds for appeal be?
At this point, that's for the appellate attorney to decide. I imagine prosecutorial misconduct will be one.
Now, County Attorney Bill Montgomery said in a press conference last week that Jodi or her team might have been responsible for revealing the identity of the holdout juror number 17 and other jurors. How do you respond to that?
That would be the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Juror 17 is the one who saved Jodi's life, whether she realizes it or not, but by hanging in there and literally hanging the trial, she saved her life. So there's no way that we would ever disclose her name. The fact that all of the defense team has been subject to so many threats and different types of harassment, knowing that that's what happens when somebody's name gets leaked out, I could never imagine any one of us ever doing something like that. So there would be no point, because we won. We got life. We were very happy and content.